I was talking recently with a friend of mine about a meeting TK and I have every week. TK, Tony Kim, my wife. And we call this meeting the Passion Planner. And my friend looked at me and said, I know you plan a lot of things in your life, but Cyril, really? A passion planner? Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to share how I have adapted some of the principles of Work Smarter, Live Better to my personal life. I've had the pleasure of working with leaders and their team for the last 20 years, taking them through a journey, challenging them their work habits. And a few years after starting Work Smarter, Live Better, I started having a lot of feedback or comment or question from the leaders that I was training about how do you adapt those principles to your personal life. And it always surprised me how much effort we put in planning, in organizing our business life, and how little effort we put in our personal life. And I was exactly the same. And so little by little, years after years, I started adapting those principles to my personal life and actually including that in our training, in our teaching, and people really react to that, really emphasize with this. And by the way, TK and I are not by any stretch of imagination perfect in this one. It's more what we've experienced, how we've done it, and every year we try to improve from what we've done. But there's a few things that has made a big difference for us. I would call that a yearly planning, a quarterly focus, and a weekly checking. The yearly planning. If you've been part of the Work Smarter, Live Better community for a while, you've probably heard me before talking about the dinner with a pen and paper, where every year, at the start of every year, TK and I sit down and we review the year that has been, and we talk about the year that is coming. And so when we review the year and talk about the year that is coming, let's imagine ourselves at the end of the year, what a great year looks like. And we start thinking about, our goals, what we want to achieve as a couple, for our kids, for vacation, for our finance, for our health. We discuss all kind of things. So that's the yearly planning. The second step of this process is the quarterly focus. Again, if you're part of the Work Smarter, Live Better community, you know the importance of quarterly planning and every quarter to do a compass plan, choosing a few big rocks, where we discuss that with TK. We talk about what are our big rocks, both at the business level and the personal level, what do we need to focus on for the next quarter, sharing it, discussing it, and challenging each other about that. And then the last one is what I call the weekly checking. And that's this famous Passion Planner meeting. We sit down every week. We actually sit down at this table. This is our lounge. This is the table we're sitting. And every Monday lunch, before having lunch, we have it probably lasts half an hour to 45 minutes discussion where we talk about our relationship. We talk about our big rocks, how much we've progressed our big rocks, and what do we need to do next week. We do a bit of a calendar sync, and it's just all the different things that we want to discuss in our life. And it's such an important and a wonderful moment that we have. And again, we're not perfect, it's not too scripted, but it has made a big difference in, designing the life that we want. There's a principle behind that is such an important principle for me, which is called life by design. And I always have that in the back of my mind. Do I want to live my life by default, or do I want to live my life by design? So my question to you is, do you have a process to design your life, or do you let your life being, just happening without a real process behind that? This is this week's Work Smarter, Live Better tip. I hope you enjoy it. You have a lovely day. À bientôt.